What's up? Wanted to throw a little tribute to the mastery of EVH. Lost him earlier this week. No one like him. Alright, anyway, on topic. So today we're going to be playing Paulo Vito Domodorosa's Rogues list. He's the current world champ. I will defer to him. For the most part. We'll talk about that. I think generally his philosophy towards building this deck mirrors my own, and why I haven't really liked it prior to this. That's that people are trying to maximize on like kind of the crappy aspects of rogues by playing like only rogues because they're rogues. And I think the better part is the incidental mill that's involved with the archetype as a whole, through specifically cards like Thieves Guild Enforcer, Soaring Thought Thief. Those are your two main ones. But Wind Robber could do a little bit of work here. But really we're just trying to turn on Drown in the Loch and Into the Story. Those are our two payoff cards. Excuse me. Now, Paulo's article talked about having Into the Story and Zareth San as the payoff cards on the top end, but he's leaned more towards Into the Story, only because these tend to get a little bit clogged in your hand, and it doesn't mesh as well with the sideboard game plans, where in many cases you're switching into more of a straight-up control deck that has a few flash creature elements to it. So we don't want to be clogged on these. These we can, always use to re-gas up if we really need to. The main difference here that I haven't seen in other people's lists are these Vantress Gargoyles. And to be honest, I was thinking about this card initially when I came through and was kind of looking at potentially putting my own list together. But I thought this might be too cute. But hey, if PV is thinking about it, I guess I was on the right track. So this card, first of all, it's just a big dude. Big, cheap dude. Which helps a lot in the aggressive matchups in which this deck can have a little bit of an issue. Things like mono green, mono red. Even to a lesser degree, perhaps, like the Gruul Adventures list. Kind of unfortunate that this gets tagged by Ember's Shieldbreaker alongside Bonecrusher Giant, but whatever, But yeah, so this is the main kind of innovation, if you will. It also helps with your milling. Really just trying to get up to specifically 7 cards, but 8 would be best to turn on the bonuses from Thought Thief and Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild, probably not going to be doing a lot of attacking, if I had to guess, except against very specific decks. But we're going to see how that works. The one change that I've made to his list, and I'm only doing one, is I swapped one copy of Agadeem's Awakening for another Swamp. Because I don't like the fact that I feel like there's going to be a lot of situations where we're going to have like draws where multiple Agadeem's Awakenings are involved, and we have to play them as lands, and we're going to have to take an unnecessary amount of damage from our mana base to make that happen. So I don't mind seeing like one of these per game, or maybe two if I have to play one as a land. But I don't want to have to be paying life or having a bunch of coming to play tap swamps all over the place. So I cut one for a swamp, go up to 21 lands total. We've got 25 effective mana sources with the additional copy of Hagra Mauling as well, so should be okay, especially if we can fire off an Into the Story or something. Shouldn't have much of an issue from that point. I've got some soft counter magic and Lofty Denial and Mystical Dispute. This card seems to be picking up steam pretty much everywhere, so it's not a bad mystical, or not a bad inclusion, rather. Just reading the name of the card as I was speaking. Otherwise, everything should be pretty straightforward here. Sideboard plans, we'll get to as they come up. The only card that I looked at and wasn't exactly sure what was going on was the Cling to Dust, but apparently this is mostly for like the Rakdos mid-range decks that kind of get ahead of you with things like Kroxa, and you just don't have like a great way of dealing with that. Like, yeah, you can bounce it or you can kill it a couple times or whatever, but we'll see. This is one card I could see perhaps cutting down to one less copy in favor of something else, like maybe another Scavenger if we feel we need the extra help in the aggressive matchups, or like a Negate or something like that. But he's got very specific sideboard plans for at least all the known archetypes, so we're not going to mess with that yet. We'll see how this feels. One thing that I thought was interesting, and we'll get into the games right after this, is that he talked about boarding into the story in beatdown matchups when you're bringing in like your 6 additional removal spells, which seems a little counterintuitive. Like you're not usually sideboarding in 7 mana draw 4s, you know, in that kind of matchup. But because they often will only cost 4 mana, and you're looking to just 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1 for the first 5 turns of the game or whatever, you need to have a way to reload. So this is great against control decks, still good against aggressive decks, but I assume he has this 4th copy in the board because he doesn't want to overload on them, similar to what we talked about with Zare's Sand, and just be stuck on a handful of Into the Stories he can't cast. Anyway, so this is what we're playing. Let's get into the games. You'll notice I had this on bot match. I'll do this sometimes just to get a feel for like hands the deck can give you, make sure the mana is functional, things of that nature, before you jumped into ranked or whatever else. So I will start this off by saying that I do believe not having Omnath in your deck leaves you at an inherent disadvantage in this format, but I don't want to play Omnath all the time on here. I think you guys get bored of that pretty quick, so. And I wanted to mix it up as well. So let's see what we can do today. On the draw, not exactly where I want to be. Yeah, I guess this is an acceptable hand. Only got blue cards. We've got a couple 2-mana interaction spells. Perhaps Mystical Dispute will be turned on, and we can get a Vantress Gargoyle out on the cheap. This looks like it's going to be some Omnath deck, so Mystical Dispute should be able to be converted here. Okay, it's Adventures. This is a terrible matchup for us, but we gotta try. Clear Water Pathway is a good draw there. Gives us access to black mana. Wouldn't be surprised to see this get stomped. Yep. This is not the matchup I was hoping to play right out of the gate, but I'm not surprised. This card is going to be fucking everywhere today, for the record. So, I am not real thrilled about that. We could have played Island there and masked the fact that we were actually, playing a black source. Or playing blue-black, but if our opponent has a brain, he probably could have figured that out regardless. Yeah, we're gonna resolve that. So the question is, like, I probably just have to blow this dispute, because otherwise, like, he could get way out of control on his mana, and then dispute just becomes dead anyway. drawing all these lands is not exactly what I was looking for. Let's play Island Sego. Clover. Alright, well, he's got infinite clovers, so... no attacks, huh? Actually, I just want to get this into play. We're probably going to get stomped into the goddamn ground here, but oh well. Not a lot we can do about that. Probably should have played Soaring Thought Thief there to get the extra mill to potentially turn on this into the story. That was probably a mistake. So, yeah, he's only got one card in the bin. Yeah, we're going to need to turn this thing on. I'm going to guess land. I was just grabbing like infinite mystical disputes. Negate. Alright, so our end of the story is like never resolving. I think our only conceivable chance of winning this game is just getting everything into play. He's missed a land drop, so maybe we can just smack him over a couple of turns and get him dead. This Agadeem's Awakening is awkward. Man, I wish I had the 7th mana. Here comes Bone Crusher Giant to crush all of our dreams. 2 mana to literally wreck our entire board. Okay, well, there is that. Does he have in his bin? Oh, he has Bone Crusher Giant in his bin. Got him. I actually wasn't doing the math. I didn't realize he was actually going to be dead right there. Okay, well that worked out surprisingly somehow. Alright, so what are we doing in this matchup? PV help. Had this pulled up already. I think what I want to do is take out like Merfolk Windrobber or something. Probably the Hagra Mauling. But let's see what PV has to say. Because I want to bring in Mystical Disputes and probably Heartless Act. Because we have to keep Omnath off the table, or else we are just going to get absolutely crushed by that card if it lives for more than one turn. Alright, here's his article. He says 4-color adventures, take out on the draw. Oh, Lofty Denial, Brazen Borrower. Only 1 dispute, Blood Chiefs, and 2 Heartless Act. Okay, I guess, yeah. Let's see that, I suppose. So here, bring in disputes, Heartless, 2 Blood Chiefs, or the other way around. Dispute seems really good, though. Well, it seems okay, I guess. Dispute doesn't hit like all their adventure stuff outside of Brazen Borrower, or doesn't hit the like removal adventure stuff or Beanstalk Giant, which can help get it out of range. And this is probably just worse overall. We probably need to keep all of our creatures, I guess, for threat density. That makes sense. we had to be careful on that attack to not misclick, because you can only put Xerath Sand into play on the declare blocker step after no blockers have been made. Alright, we'll keep this. I'm going to toss this swamp. And turn 1 clear water for Merfolk Wind Robber. I guess maybe I could have tossed the temple. Whatever. It's probably just dying, I guess. If he wants to kill this, I actually don't really care. Sure. Got 2 ways to interact on the board, plus drown in the lock if we ever get there, so I kind of feel like I just need to find some other things to do. Smelling either a tap land, or he's just going to play Bone Crusher Giant. Alright, so I doubt he's going to have too much in terms of counter spells in the main deck. He might have brought in like 2 disputes or something like that. So I don't think I need to worry about like trying to crush this giant right now. I can just wait, see if he plays an Omnath this turn, which I would much rather kill. Oh, no Omnath. It's Beanstalk Giant. Yeah. I could have tried to play like Heartless Act right there, which maybe would have been the right thing to do, but you know, whatever. Not the end of the world. Alright, good thing we shoved that other Heartless Act. Hindsight's 50-50, or 20-20, obviously. Hindsight's 50-50. Alright, Dispute, probably. No Clover is good times. Clover is how this deck pulls way ahead of pretty much every other deck. Red Cap melee, oh, he does not want to get hit by Xerath Sand again. Alright, well. I'm not going to Xerath Sand him. I'm just going to start pecking him with a 3-1. Does he have another Bone Crusher here? Forcing him to, well, not forcing him, but him using Fable Passage here is good times, because it cuts down on the amount of Omnath nonsense. Oh, okay. Fine with that. Okay, so he's got Red Cat melee, so I can't afford to just do the Xerath Sand thing while he's tapped out. What I think I want to do is get this Brazen Borrower roll in, kill his own blocker, or whatever it is that he plays, either the Brazen Borrower or Fae of Wishes, and then try and smack him with Xerath Sand on the following turn while he's tapped out, or tapped low, and we can protect it with Drown in the Lock. It's whatever. Could try to... No, there's no reason to. Say convert a Drown in the Lock on this, but... We could maybe get him to bin this Red Cat melee by killing Fae of Wishes. He like wants to bounce it back to his hand or something. So he can play his own Brazen Borrower. So he's got 2 cards in the bin. His other card be... His other card is like Mystical Dispute. I guess I'm going to go for this. If he goes to Red Cat Melee... No. Actually, no. Let's kill this thing. Let's see what he wants to do with this before we do anything. Okay, he's alright with letting it go then. Is he gonna play his Brazen Borrower here? I think what I'm going to try and do is just, need one more mana to do it, but I think I'm just going to have to try and hard cast his Xerath Sand, drown in the lock back up. I could also just try and block and trade with his Brazen Borrower. See what he does. No real point in bouncing Edgewall and Keeper here. We'll just try and block Brazen Borrower. I'm interested to see what he does. And our Brazen Borrower is not, like, that crazy. I think. I was kind of afraid of that, but... Got 6 in the bin. It's not all that far away from killing that, actually. Take 9 here, most likely. I think we probably have to play Xerath Sand now. Just tap out low. Because he might have, like, Mystical Dispute. And he's not going to send Edgewall in. Like, no way that he sends him in. So he'll take 8 on the chin. Maybe this thing gets bounced, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it gets double stomped, maybe it doesn't. Alright, so what's he gonna get? Primal Might, probably. Yep. And in the gate. Yeah, this game's probably over. Can't kill us this turn, but he can get damn close. Alright, so what do we have to draw here? Into the story for... Actually, this will work. No, it won't, actually. Can't block because we don't have enough cards in hand. To kill 1 creature. Yeah, I'm not even going to show him. Let's try again. Alright, so what does PV say on play? Keep the Lofty Denials. Mystical Disputes or Blood Chief's Thirst. I'm real suspect of this card, I'm not gonna lie, in this matchup at least. I guess on the play, we probably want to maximize how many critters we have going, especially if we're playing Lofty Denial. We want to keep that going. Um, this isn't a bad card in the matchup, I don't think, but it's going to be... It feels like pretty unlikely for this to actually solve. Let's see, can we function on 24 mana sources? I'm kind of thinking I want to cut one of those for like a Blood Chief's Thirst or something. Like one more piece of removal. Maybe like a Mystical Dispute. Oh, choices. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think 90% of the time that's just gonna be tap swamp in our deck. Alright, well. Let's see, we probably have to save this Thieves Guild Enforcer for a slightly later turn and get Vantress Gargoyle online ASAP. So we're gonna have to lead with Castle here. Because if we play Clearwater on black, then we don't have double blue for Brazen Borrower, and it's not like the 1 or 2 points that this guy's going to get in are going to change the course of the game in all likelihood. Yeah, so let's just get this guy rolling. If he plays a Clover this turn, then I'm going to Clearwater to bounce Clover and play Thieves Guild. Just like throw him off his development a little bit. Alright, so he has nothing. Ground Lock is pretty good. So we can play Clearwater as a black source and then have Thieves Guild plus Vantress to counter like a 3-drop. Seems alright. Part of me wants to counter that thing, but I don't. We only have one counter spell. I don't think I can afford to use it on that. Okay, milling Bone Crusher is real good times. I'm gonna do this now because this kills the Bone Crusher as well. Let's see, got 4 in the bin. I can play Thieves Guild and get in there. Or pretty close anyway. Or yeah, because this triggers twice, so now I can smack. If he wants to trade Edgewall, I am totally fine. Well, he can't actually, never mind. Got 8 power and play baby. Thank God. Oh, that is a tough matchup, man. I'm so glad we won that. But if I'm being honest, that's probably how tonight's gonna go. Probably gonna play against a lot of Bone Crusher decks. Not real thrilled about that. But it's okay. This used to be a rare. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what we get in our pack here. Well, this card's actually not that bad. It's not bad against adventure decks. See what happens. These no adventures. I'd like to play against like a creature deck. Let's play against, well, a non-adventures creature deck. Like mono green or something. Yeah, seems fine. Kind of exactly what we're looking for. Soaring Thought Thief and Vantress Gargoyle to help get this Drown in the Lock rolling. Xerath Sand to take advantage. Alright, well, here we go again. Ah, shit, here we go again. Alright, I'm just taking, like, any spell, basically. Brazen Borrower is not the absolute worst against them. Oh, this is mono green. Okay, never mind. So what happens here? They play, like, Lovestruck Beast. I want to get this Soaring Thought Thief rolling. So I'm going to hold off on playing Vantress Gargoyle. He can, like, commit to Lovestruck Beast, and we can play Vantress Gargoyle and kind of surprise him. Alright, so this is Gruul Adventures. Yeah, he thought better of that. Alright, so it's another Bone Crusher giant deck, which is unfortunate, but... Bone Crusher's in, like, every deck right now, so it's to be expected. Alright, so here I could... trying to think how to best combat this Lovestruck Beast. Because I'm not going to bounce it. That's not a great way to do it. But I don't have enough to Drown in the Lock right now. So I think what I might do is... tank my lumps for one turn. And get, well, let's see. Let's do Castle Lochthwain. Castle Lochthwain, bounce Edgewall, Brazen Borrower, or just play Vantress Gargoyle, I guess. Maybe we can entice him to use something like a Primal Might, and then kill the Lovestruck Beast with Drown in the Lock on the following turn. Sorry, opponent. Had to think about that for a second. I don't know if this deck plays Primal Might or not. I don't think so, but who knows. There we go, that answers that. Okay. This isn't the worst. We get to have a backup Drown in the Lock, which is the nutso, actually. So I'm going to play this. I guess I should probably play it as a black source. I think how many... I've got more black sources to draw, I think, than I do blue, and we're not going to be activating Castle anytime soon, so that's alright. Let's just get rid of this idiot now. Before we lose the opportunity to through like a Ranger's Guile or something stupid like that. I'm not going to attack either. No thanks. You can have your cards, but I don't want 5/5s. That's 2 Lovestrucks down, which is nice. That's one of the better cards. Hell yeah. Okay, so we can attack with Soaring Thought Thief, put Xerath Sand into play, grab Lovestruck Beast, have a 5/5 blocker. Next turn, we replay Soaring Thought Thief and Drown in the Lock to destroy the one that he plays. Like, he's going to play this Lovestruck Beast for sure. Unless we get, like, a better hit here. Embercleave's a good mill. So we've got to take Lovestruck Beast here. I guess, I mean, honestly, we could... we could put Embercleave in play. That would be spicy. Let's yeah, let's go for the spice. If he has a gem razor, though, we're gonna get totally fucked. Well, actually no, because he doesn't have any non-humans that he can mutate onto right now. This is the high variance play. But if we get to pull it off, there's like almost no way we lose this. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is actually Brazen Bar to bounce the Lovestruck Beast. Lame. Alright, well. He just happened to have another one of those. Alright, well, now I think we have to just kill. Damn, we almost got to do the cool thing. Damn you, opponent! Okay, so there's our black source. Who knows about this? I don't think there's a big reason to hold it, necessarily, but... He's got 7 in the bin right now. He'll have 8 when we're done killing Lovestruck Beast. So let's kill Lovestruck Beast first. And we'll play Merfolk Wind Robber. That way... I mean, he doesn't have the mana to do it right now, obviously, but that way it now has 8 cards in the bin, so we can pitch this for another card if he goes to, like, Stomp it or something. Which, I don't think he'll make that play, but you never know. Let's see, so he's going to try and blow up this Ember Cleave. I don't think we can allow that. He just probably sends a token here, would be my guess. Really? It's not bad if we can live, but that's going to be the question, isn't it? If he has another Gem Razor, then playing Soaring Thought Thief and tapping out to equip is going to be real bad times. But if he doesn't, we can trade Thought Thief for Gem Razor, take 2, next turn into the story, and hopefully find something. He's going to have this Brushfire Elemental too, so we're actually going to take at least 1 off of that, and we might even just die. But I don't think we have any better choice. At least it's not. Alright. Seen enough. Okay, so taking Ember Cleave there against the Gem Razor Primal Might deck, maybe not the best plan. But it did seem sweet. Alright, I don't think this is in PV's Gauntlet. Let's see. 4-color, Rakdos, Dimir Rogue, Mirror. He has like general aggro deck sideboard plan. I guess we can try that. Take out the Wind Robbers, the Soft Counter Magic, and 2 Brazen Borrower. See that? Bring in, there we go. Bring in all your removal Nighthawk Scavengers. This is where we do the transformational sideboard plan. Bring in the end of the story for extra 1-for-1 potential, and just let Nighthawk Scavenger kind of carry us. Yeah, seems good. Can totally understand getting Brazen Bar out of here, because most of the stuff you don't want to bounce either has haste or is an adventure creature or something like that. Like, the best thing that's going to happen is they're going to go for an Ember Cleave and we can interrupt it that way, but this also gives us, you know, a way to stop that alongside Drown in the Lock. And this card is just not a card in that matchup. We did manage to trade it off with an Edgewall Innkeeper, so there is that, I suppose. That's about as good as that card's ever going to get. play with an extremely slow hand. I mean, seen worse, I guess. Thieves Guild will help turn on Drown in the Lock. We can snipe a creature with this, maybe get something rolling with Zareth Sand if cards break our way. Sometimes you're going to have these clunker hands, but good thing about our sideboard plan is that we're... let's see, do I want... I think I actually do want that. Because we might want to kill like a thing and keep Drowning the Lock up on a following turn. You definitely want that. I'm just going to do this now. Might be a mistake, I suppose, but whatever. Yep. Wow, he's not going to attack, huh? He thinks his creature is more important. So here... kind of feels bad to kill that with a Blood Chief's Thirst. But that'll let us turn our Drown the Lock on for something more impactful. Let's just do it. Doesn't let him mutate Gem Razor or something like that. Like, even if we kill this, he would still end up getting a 4/4 in play, which is pretty bad. So this, like, at least forces him to take a turn off on that. Edge Wall could counter this, but doesn't seem necessary at the moment. Chain Web Arachneer. Let's see, so that has Escape. That's going to be a bad card for us in terms of him getting to escape it. But that's fine, I think. Not great, but we'll have to let it roll for now, I suppose. Alright, I think here we just have to get Scavenger into play and cross our fingers. 3/3. Ooh, those are good hits. Okay. Blocks. I could Zareth Sand here. That is a thing that could happen. But I think I'm more keen on not letting him, like, Primal Might to kill our Scavenger here. I think what I'm going to do is send the team, hold up Drown in the Lock and Zareth Sand, and if he wants to, like, you know, try to Primal Might or something, then we can interrupt that. And if he doesn't do anything, I'll take 5 on the jaw, play Zareth Sand, and untap with Drown in the Lock. See how that goes. It's a good sign that he's not holding that to kill, or maybe that's a bad sign, actually, I can't tell. So he wants to spend 3 mana to do that. So if we counter this, then we get to send with Nighthawk Scavenger and bring back a thing that'll block with the Gem Razor anyway. I think I'm just going to do that. Gets another card type in the bin too, so... perhaps I don't actually get in with Nighthawk Scavenger, or Thieves Guild here. Or Zarathan, I should say. But maybe I should. I'm at 19. I don't need the life. If I had a fetch land, this would be a pretty good get. But I think as it is... Yeah. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that trade, too. Because now we can just slam Zarathan, EOT. Okay. 4-5 is bad times, but if we draw a removal spell, then might be able to clear the way. This castle's nice because it does, like, kind of conceal the fact that we have Zarathan. Regardless, I think we have to commit it because we need the extra board presence. Of course, then I draw Soaring Thought Thief, but he has a couple of reach creatures, so it's whatever. Don't really want to put Chainweb Arachneer back in his board, necessarily, but if we do this, then we can at least get Castle Locthwain rolling. And now we have a Death Toucher and a bunch of guys that will trade for his shit. So I don't even need to attack here. We just start gaining card advantage with Castle. Sure. Got it, boss. I would think you'd want to be holding those for his Kazandu Mammoths if he ever draws more of them, but what do I know? Let's see, so do we want to... I guess we can always do it at DOT on the following turn. Just thinking if I should put a stop here like that so we can do it on the upkeep as well. Having only drawn Clearwater Pathway, I think that's actually not a bad plan. But we can always play that, so let's see what we draw first. Okay, another land. I draw like a Vantress Gargoyle or something. Okay. That's not a bad draw. Gives us a surprise Death Touch creature. Got it, man. This feels like not a great matchup either. The Chainweb Arachneer is definitely a sideboard card. That's been picking up quite a bit lately. Probably doesn't matter all that much. But Thieves Guild Enforcer is a better card to throw away than Zarathan, so... Heartless Act is solid draw. Black Source. We need a lot of black if we're doing castle stuff. So... we don't really have a lot of way to make, like, progress on killing him. The only thing we can conceivably do is, like, get this Soaring Thought Thief going, but if we use this to kill Chainweb, he's just going to get it back next turn, and we get 2 points in, and we're down a card, so, yeah, it seems stupid. Here we can Heartless Act the Kazandu Mammoth. draw a card off castle, and maybe have another removal spell. Oh god. It's gonna make it a 7/7 though. I don't think we have a better course of action than that. Like, we're gonna have to trade the Zareth Sonoth at some point, probably. Yeah, this is never getting through. Let's just do it now while we can. If he draws like a fetch land, even that play isn't gonna work. Alright, well. It's at least a thing that can trade with a creature on the board. So there is that. 2, 3, 4, 2. So we can play it, or like activate castle and play it, if it comes to that, or we can drown the lock something, so. I think we can get there. We just need to draw like an end of the story or something to really pull ahead. Drawing another Nighthawk Scavenger would be nice. I think what I'm going to do here is do the Zareth Sand play. That way we save 2 damage. On this Bone Crusher Giant, we can save Drown in the Lock for like killing a Chain Web or something. Like this, the Zareth Sand grow stuff back from the bin plan is not going to work, like, ever. Not with these Chain Web Arachnirs. Okay. Thieves Guild is fine. Again, Death Touch thing that can trade with one of his creatures. Okay, so now that we don't have Zareth Sand access because that was our second one, I don't care as much about the Chain Web Arachnir eating his bullshit. Here, I think I'm going to Drown in the Lock this because otherwise it's going to be very difficult. We're going to have to get Thieves Guild Enforcer to block it, and if he has like Stone Coil, then we lose that option. It only has pro multicolor while it's in play, not while it's on the stack. I think I'm okay taking a point here. I don't want him to have another big-ass dude in play, which is what he wants me to do. Alright, so Castle, Thieves Guild, activate Castle in the upkeep, minimize the damage we're taking. That's a card. That is definitely a card. Okay, so let's see here. We can get Zareth Sand, Thieves Guild, Nighthawk back. Two, 3. We can actually do it all this turn too. Auto-pay. Plus we get a bunch of Thieves Guild triggers. We might be able to just mill them out, honestly. Attacks. 13 cards. Yeah. Okay. It seems like an odd call when I have a bunch of Death Touch creatures. It's like pretty obvious that I'm not attacking right now, except then I drew that. So let's Blood Chief's Thirst kill the Gem Razor, smash with the entire team. So let's see, he's going to put Chain Web on Nighthawk Scavenger, block. You might block to kill Zera's Sand, and then we can get in for 8 points here. I don't care about Vivian at all. I do care about this guy. And he can only do, let's see, he can do... He's got 5 points on the backswing, plus like a Primal Might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can't actually kill us. Especially because he's going to have to block some shit here. Yep. And we're going to gain 6 life, so... He's taking 6. Fine with that. Okay. Yeah, that was like a phenomenal draw. Holy shit. Agadeem's into Blood Chiefs. Okay, so he's getting Chain Webs. That's not good enough. Except he's gonna get, what, a 1-drop? He can't, he gets nothing. He thought this cost 5, not 1. Okay. Okay. Alright, Scavenger's good. That is almost game right there, in terms of milling him. See if we can get another rogue. There we go. I guess we could have killed him that turn. We should have attacked with just any rogue. That was, I missed that kill. Oops. Got it, dude. I did not expect this game to go this way. Holy shit. Alright, so we're going to game 3. Nice. Okay. No into the story required. Does he have any changes on... It's the same on the play or the draw. In terms of sideboarding here. Trying to think, is there anything that I didn't like? Actually, everything seemed awesome. I mean, even this stupid Hagra Mauling would be great. Being that we just need to make sure we don't die. So what were the big things? He had that plus Croxa, for sure. But yeah, the spiders, he was like really... Oh, he just gave it to me. Okay, whatever. I guess we'll take it. There's the odd concession of the day. But yeah, he was like playing really conservative with those spiders. Part of me wonders if he should have just been like trading them off for the Thieves Guild Enforcers and then just growing them back like every turn or something like that. But he just like didn't want to lose them, didn't want to get hit with Zera's Sand, Zera's San, whatever. So yeah. But holy shit, dude, this card came in clutch that game. If I had had one other creature like a Vantress Gargoyle or Soaring Thought Thief, that would have been nice, but hey, you know, getting 3 creatures back from the bin wasn't so bad. See, we didn't even bring Kling in on that matchup, so basically PV says to take out all the soft counter magic, all the Merfolk Wind Robbers, and the 2 copies of Brazen Borrower. Bring in all your removal, Nighthawk Scavengers, and into the story, and just play like a control deck. Seemed to work out okay, but I don't want to be like super results oriented, obviously. He doesn't have, outside of Primal Might and Bone Crusher Giant, he doesn't have like a shitload of removal, so like the Thieves Guild plan seems to be alright if you can stretch the game out that long. And you can always grow them back with Agadeem's Awakening. So I think, unless is like in my opening hand, if I draw it on like turns 3, 4, 5, something like that, I'm going to try and hang on to that as long as I can in those situations. I could be wrong. I could be like totally reading too much into how that game played out. Right. This castle's kind of awkward, but it was really good that game. Like, real good. Alright, another mono green or otherwise situation here. I don't think I want Lofty Denial, because we're going to be tapping out just to get creatures into play for a few turns, so it's probably not going to matter. I have a feeling that... Okay. Let's see, we probably want to go, like, Thieves Guild Enforcer next turn, like, Wind Robber, Thought Thief. Or, like, Wind Robber, Hold Up, Drown in the Lock, something like that. So. What do you think of this, this rogues list? Kyle. I think we might have to take like one attack here. Yeah, it's that Chainweb Arachneer is definitely like the best card. Case in point. See, I can't get it up to 8 cards in the bin this turn, so oh well. Just gonna have to let him get a card here, I guess, or no, we can't Drown in the Locket. Never mind. We have to try and get this Thieves Guild Enforcer up to a Death Toucher, I guess. That's probably the plan. I've been having fun with it so far tonight, but I am certainly not convinced that this is, like, the deck you want to be playing. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna surprise him with, this Soaring Thought Thief to hopefully be able to kill Derek's Harbinger with the block. We'll find out. I would much rather be playing Adventures, I'll put it that way. Hopefully he doesn't have another ram through here. I guess I could have... Well, no, I don't mind him having Chainweb Arachneer as a 1-2. I don't want to put it in the bin and let him throw it back. Spiders.deck. Alright, that's a draw. That's what I'm looking for. Should I kill this Scavenging Ooze now before it, like, eats a bunch of shit out of the graveyard? That's kind of what I'm feeling. Kill it, play Vantress Gargoyle, say go. I don't want him to shrink this below the point where we can cast Into the Story for 2 mana. So yeah, get out of here. guess I could have attacked there and milled another 2 cards or whatever. I'm having trouble, like, figuring out how to play with this card optimally. Okay. This guy is just like... I'm not losing to this Rogues deck, ever! I could try to end the story for some lands. He's only got 1 card. I guess I don't need to represent, like, counter spells or whatever, and you can have a spider. I don't care about that. You're definitely going to be cycling that Triome. If he wants to get feisty with any of these spiders, we can throw Thieves Guild under the tires. Actually, she'll just smack it around, won't she? It's kind of what I was talking about. It's like kind of stupid that this gets like incidental hate from like all the artifact removal stuff, but oh well. Ooh, we're gonna get to eat the Spore Web Weaver? Hell yeah. Still damage. He gets a 1/1 and gains 1 life. I don't give a shit about that. I don't want to block Chain Web Arachnir. I will take 4, I think. I guess I can block it. He grows it back. Like next turn, we bounce it with Brazen Borrower. We only take 3 this turn. Like we can play Gargoyle and Brazen Borrower bounce the stupid thing. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Like occupies his mana for a turn. Ooh, Mystical Dispute. Let's see, so Brazen Borrower is like never getting through for damage, so we just have to treat it as a like a horrific unsummon, and maybe we get to attack with it into like one of these smaller spiders or something. So let's just get this going. Maybe we can just rely on Castle to get us some cards, and we can just not cycle this Triome. I have a feeling we're going to be spending our mana quite a bit. I guess I already played a land this turn, didn't I? We don't get to have a safe attack with that card, like, ever again. Unless this Arastra just decides to get frisky. So might as well get in our free mill 2 right there. Yep. Bye-bye. Oh, uses last known information? That's fucking bullshit. Lame. I guess that makes sense. It's not a fight, it's a deals damage trigger, so... Oh well, whatever. It's not like Vantress Gargoyle was going to be doing a hell of a lot there anyway, so oh well. Alright, so we are going to have to try and grind out with this Castle Lochthwain again, I think. Does this matchup just come down to, like, decking them every time? Like, we just have a bunch of creatures that sit on either side of the battlefield and look at each other? Anytime you're ready, sweetheart. Inscription. He's not even going big, he's just trying to do that, huh? Let's see, so if I activate Castle here, I take 3 damage, probably taking another 3. We could draw like a Drown in the Lock or something, that would be way better than letting that happen, though. Alright, well, nothing I can do about it. We're both roping each other. Cool, well at least I got him to play that before I played this Brazen Borrower. Ooh, that's not bad. I think I'm going to try and end the story into an untapped land, so I can end the story and Hagramoling this Arasta. Giving him a 1-1, like an extra 1-1, I don't think is that big of a deal. But I guess we're going to find out. Or 1-2, I guess, whatever. We already can't beat all these spiders to begin with, so... Okay, there's the untapped land. Double black, okay. I really think this is just going to come down to milling him again. It's going to take a while, because we only have the one Thieves Guild Enforcer, but... Man, he's got like 3 minutes on us. Let's see, so that's gonna die anyway. I think I'm gonna do this. This is not countering anything like meaningful from this point forward, so we gotta convert that, I think. So let's see, I can take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go to 2. Or I can block Arasta. Okay. Now I can at least have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. God damn it! I need one more untapped mana. The stupid Triome, man. Damn it, PV. Why can't this just be like another untapped land, like a Fable Passage or something? Literally have not had time to get this thing into play. I'm at 4. I don't think there's any way that we live. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can kill and or block 2 things. 3 things. That's not good enough. Well, you know, if we lose to the deck that is literally geared towards beating this kind of deck, I'm not even going to be mad about it. It's whatever. It's just what it was meant to be. So maybe we do need Cling to Dust, though. With as much bullshit as he's got on, like, main deck, Chain Reb, Arachnirs, and whatever. Maybe it's better than these Brazen Borrowers. At least this comes down and can, like, be a roadblock, and then he has to have either Primal Might or the artifact removal spell. And if he keeps that card in, this is the only thing that it kills. Or what was the card that he played? Does it kill flyers, too? Maybe it doesn't matter that it's also an artifact removal spell. Maybe we do like this and bring in a pair of Cling to Dust. Got one more card. I'd cut Gargoyle. That's probably not too much. It's not going to get to attack very quickly. If this could attack on like turn 3, this would be like the card we're looking for, but it can't, so. And it seems like the way this matchup is going, we're not going to be attacking a whole hell of a lot to begin with. So maybe if that's the case, we actually don't want that, and we do want this. That way we can grow back like all of our stuff. Because we're going to be like trading it off. Alright, play first, obviously. Yeah. I will take it. Thieves Guild Enforcer is like the card we're looking for to get this shit going. He's gonna have 6 cards in the bin by the end of next turn. Yep. I think I'm gonna shove. We don't need that quite yet. The only way we get punished for playing Temple here is if he goes to like Primal Might this. But I'm honestly okay with that, I think. I will take 1 point of combat damage. My life total becomes 19. How does this deck ever beat Adventures? By the way. It's like one of his better removal spells. And then we draw Nighthawk Scavenger. Alright. Got him. Watch, he's gonna have a Primal Might here. I'm gonna blow my brains out. Okay. So if I just attack in with Nighthawk Scavenger, all that does is gain me 3 life. I guess we're probably going to have to play this Hagra Mauling. Possibly. He doesn't have enough mana to grow back Chainweb Arachneer, so like in theory... Why not? This has lifelink. Oh, that's right, it has Death Touch too. Okay, well. I can send. What are you talking about? Okay. Let's see, we've already got 2 removal spells. I'll cast this in case we draw, like, Zarasan or something next turn. We'll get this guy into play. This is basically just like kind of crappier Giant Spider against us. It dodges Drown in the Lock and Brazen Borrower, I guess, but everything else it still bites it too. Yep. Ooh, that's a good draw. So we want to spend Heartless Act to kill that, because Heartless Act will not be able to kill Chainweb Arachneer. Yeah, it gets a 1/1, whatever. I think I'm just gonna send all here. If he wants to double block and throw his whole board away to kill my 1-drop, hell yeah. I'll get 10 points in. Nice. Of course, now he's going to likely play Forest Chainweb Arachneer, unless he bricks. If he bricks, we win. Nope. No dice. Oh, he's going to do that? Okay. So this prevents him from losing. But, yeah, sure. Guess it's not blocking. So. I don't think we want to Heartless Act now. Because he might, like, eat something, respawn, kill Nighthawk Scavenger. So we're just gonna send first. We'll let him, like, eat all of his bullshit, and then, like, Blood Chief's Thirst it. Okay. What you got, dude? You want to eat something or not? Okay, so he's going to take 9 here. Do we actually have to kill that thing? So what has he got? He's got 1. He's not going to eat his chain web. He can gain 1 life, 2 life. Chain web's going to come down and kill something. Oh, this is going to be tight. So if we kill the ooze now, we're going to have Heartless Act up. And he doesn't get to gain life. And if we draw any removal spell that kills Chain Web or Arachneer, then we can win, regardless of which creature we have. In theory. Unless he eats stuff with Chain Web correctly. We actually only got 8 cards in the bin as well. We'll have 9 after we put Scavenging Ooze there, so this might not be able to attack. And this is rough. Okay, so here comes Arachneer. Probably killing Nighthawk Scavenger, if I had to guess. That would be the smarter move. Well, there we go. Cool. How many does it have in the bin? 4? Yep. Hell yeah. Can't attack though, I guess, but... at least occupies his turn for the foreseeable future. We can work our way towards fueling the graveyard with Banter's Gargoyle. Oh. JK. Do we just have to take the counters off so our Gargoyle doesn't die? That doesn't even really accomplish a lot because we can't block with it. It does let us keep milling, though. Which may be relevant because we might need to like start building up for an end of the story or something. Plus, this isn't killing anything else that we know of, so fuck it, whatever. Shrink it. Yeah, it's not great, but like if he has ram through here or something, it's yeah. At least it keeps this little stupid thing like small for a while. We're at 29 life, we can draw some cards. Yeah, I can do this for 13 turns. 13 turns, dude. It also shuts off his Bonder's Enclave, which is nice, until that rolls around. Okay, well. Has Death Touch, so can't attack with his Serpent. So he has another Ram through, or Primal Might or something. He does not. Yeah, go away. Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna lose this match, but that's not surprising. Like, this deck is just geared to beat us, like you were saying. I still don't know how this deck ever beats Adventures. Like, this, it just has to get shit on by it. Cool. Alright, let's get out of here. Done. Okay, it's whatever. Deck literally is built perfectly to fight us. Wait a minute. That was you? I didn't even realize that was you, dude. Holy shit. I was, like, not paying attention at all. We just randomly got paired. That's hilarious. Fucking ghosting me, son of a bitch. How do you beat Adventures, dude? I'm, like, legitimately curious. That's super funny, dude. I don't know how I didn't realize that the whole time. Yeah, seems okay. Them being on the play actually, I think, is okay in this situation because it'll inform whether or not I want to play this Thieves Guild Enforcer on turn 1, or if I can just play a Temple of Deceit. If I think I'm going to need Mystical Dispute on like turn 2 or 3 or something like that, then I'll lead with Temple. How the hell did we get paired up then? I also don't believe you. Alright, so they're on mono red. Mono red is interesting. That means Mystical Dispute is likely not going to do much. Should probably just do this. Oh, just just cross your fingers. That's funny. Oh, want removal. That's what I was saying. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Holy shit. This guy's just got everything. Nice. Okay. What was that card that you played that was the strictly destroy artifact, or was it flyer? It's like crushing canopy, but cost one less or something like that. Oh. Out of here, robber. Broken wings. Oh, you don't want to get me for 4? Come on, dude. Fucking pussy. Alright, well, game 1 is, yeah, we're not beating this. Game 1 is not great, this matchup, I have to say. Taking all the crap. And all the removal. And the Nighthawks. Where's the last cut? The hell? Oh, right, 2 of these and a story. That's right. Okay, well. Yeah, so we were like literally never going to win that matchup unless you drew absolutely horrifically. I think that's the first time I've gotten trolled on my own stream. That's okay, I'm into it. I'm not in... Well, am I into this hand? This doesn't seem awesome, but does have gargoyle removal spells and, like, Nighthawk Scavenger. This hand might be okay. Might be way too slow. Who knows? We're gonna find out. We'll find out together. Okay, so if I take 3 damage, get Vantress Gargoyle into play, that's effectively the same as if he goes like another Fervent Champion and attacks. I think I'm going to do it. This is only because I have this guy. If I can get this guy rolling at some point, we can make up some of the deficit. And next turn, we can have Brazen Bar or Vantress Gargoyle around to block, and then if he tries like any rammed, or not rammed through, the stupid pump adventure creature dude, then we'll be able to Heartless Act. So this turn we're probably just going to sit and take our damage unless he like taps out for Robber or the Rich or something. Is he going to have like Thundering Rebuke here or something? %, not blocking. Not that stupid. I might sometimes be stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Yeah. We'll keep it. Now we can wreck him. I'm gonna block Robber of the Rich if he sends both here. And if he wants to trade like the Rimrock Knight pump, I might Heartless Act the Fervent Champion and just like deal with the 3-1 at some other point. I could also just bounce Robber of the Rich, like eat his turn or whatever, eat most of his turn. I just don't want to get got by this first strike is basically what I'm thinking about. Heartless Act, that's a fucking blowout. Good lord. Get the Bone Crusher out of here. Guess we just have to kill his Robber of the Rich then. Take a point. It's actually not like the absolute worst, because it does allow us to get our Nighthawk Scavenger down and, you know, fade a removal spell on that. So we basically just can't block with Nighthawk Scavenger, though, for a little while. I don't think we can take that. See if he pumps his mana into Weaselback. These Brazen Borrowers are okay here, I guess. You might be thinking of Soaring Thought Thief. Apparently does not care. I'm going to throw this Thieves Guild Enforcer under the tires. Put a Phoenix in the bin, that's fucking terrible. Yep, keep it. He's only got 3 land, 4 land now, so he like can't do a whole lot on each of his turns, which is like the only advantage we have going for us right now. Just need like one more turn of getting something in the bin, and we can fire off this end of the story and hopefully be in okay shape. Poor Bran. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Do I get Brazen Borrower into play now because it's the more mana efficient play and take 3, or do I just stop damage like at all costs possible? I think I have to do the latter. I guess there was an argument for letting that get through because then we can attack for 3, have Nighthawk Scavenger plus bounce up this turn. But of course he's got the removal spell for it. We're just gonna fucking lose this game now. Let's see. Best thing we can draw is nothing. I think we're just literally dead. I guess if we draw land. No, because he's got the Phoenix, so he has like too much haste. Yeah. All right, it's whatever. God, fucking everything has something that can be brought back from the bin. There's like escape creatures all over the fucking place. I think this deck would be good if we were playing against like all the expected like top 2 or 3 decks. If it was all like Omnath decks, I think we would have a reasonable shot. As long as we didn't play against adventures every single fucking round. Although we did beat that round 1. But it felt like a little bit of a fluke. And it was not easy. I just saw your comment on my post. Oh god, this hand, this is like real awkward. Well, let's see. So we can turn to Vantress Gargoyle, start fueling up for this Drown in the Loch. We even get to play this castle untapped because we have a swamp. Holy shit. Yeah, whatever. I kind of want to see what the range this deck can, like, actually feasibly keep is. Okay. Alright, we're on some Simic deck here. That's a good pickup. Not Mystical Dispute. My old nemesis. I think we just have to play Island here and say go. Well, this Mystical Dispute's not getting any better. Sick. Yeah, I can block. Which lands are you talking about? Like the pathways? Got 3 cards. I have a feeling this is not going to be good. Yeah. I was like pretty down on them when we first saw them. Really only because I felt like the mana restrictions, or the mana requirements for decks were going to be pretty bad. I think I'm just going to drown this now. I don't care about taking like a point or something like that. I just don't want him to have like draw an extra card and go like land, negate, or have like a extra draw to get towards a Mystical Dispute or something. I don't know like how warranted that concern is, but use my life total as a resource here, of course. Oh. Fucking sick. Been a Drown in the Loch and draw a fucking land. Played as Black Source. Alright, well, at least we're getting close to our end of the story being cheap. And we can smash this Zarasan and play EOT. That's pretty good. But he didn't hit shit off of it. Nice. Okay. Hell yeah. Give me that Edgewall Innkeeper. Oh! Didn't see that one coming. Nice, now our drown, or our end of the story is hella cheap. Get to flip the script. Yeah, I mean, it's like, certainly it's plus 5 cards, or in this case, at least plus 3 cards. So yeah, it's certainly not like the worst by any stretch. I think he has Mystical Dispute. I'm kind of smelling a Mystical Dispute. There we go. Plus we can ambush this 1/1 token, perhaps. Go. Which this wouldn't even work on Vantress Gargoyle anyway. We can always just Agadeem's Awakening to buy all that back anyway, so it's not the end of the world. It's only one creature in the bin for the moment, though. Let's see, so he's going to block with a 1/1. I'm kind of thinking I might have to save this to ambush. Like Beanstalk Giant or something. So I'm going to hold off on playing it for a little while. See what happens. There we go, that's the draw. Is he just like on straight teamer? Alright, so if we counter the... actually... Let's see, so he's going to get the copy. Copy is going on to Soaring Thought Thief. He's using the actual card to counter Zareth San. So if we counter the copy, Zareth San goes back to our hand, then we can replay it and grab Bone Crusher Giant. Is that good? No, it's not good. So I think what I'm going to do now is 1, 2, 3. I think I basically want to be able to attack with 2 rogues next turn and get Zareth San into play. Which means we could play like Soaring Thought Thief and Zareth San himself. And then just like force the issue, or play like Thieves Guild plus Soaring Thought Thief. I think I'm just going to lean towards playing the 2 small creatures and sneak a Zareth San into play. I'm actually okay with that. One of the things we could do here is just mill the shit out of him. You got it, boss. He's not going to send the 1/1 unless he's stupid. He's obviously not. I guess we can keep the 1 Thieves Guild Enforcer. We've got a Drown in the Lock we can use to kill like the Beanstalk or something. And this way we get the maximum milling. Cool, so we got our own 5/5. I think we're taking the 5/5 next turn. 5/5. Black. Okay, that was a fine turn. We get to basically match his board presence. Ours is like slightly better, except for the lucky clover. Let's see what he wants to do with the copy. So this is a case where I think I am going to counter the actual Brazen Borrower. So let's let that resolve, so we don't mistakenly target the wrong thing. And then we can play double Thieves Guild Enforcer. Sure. This guy dumb. Yeah, okay. Not sure what that was all about. The shame concede. Hell yeah. Interesting. That's the second shame concede. Well, I don't know if the first one was, but that was definitely a shame concede. Yeah, give me the gems. Give me the cash! I didn't concede out of shame. I conceded because there was no way to win. But I can see why you say that. Alright, I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to take a very brief break. So I'm just going to kill my camera. But I'll be back in just a minute or two. Okay, guys. Back. See what the next couple of rounds holds for us. I just can't believe still that I wasn't observant enough to realize that I was playing against you, Munson. This is whatever. Mono red again. Could be adventures / Omnath of some variety. Could be Boros cycling. This guy with his little world championship trophy or whatever the hell that is. Go with the edgelord owl here. Not sure what our opponent is doing here. Wonder if they're just having connection issues or something. They just burned one of their time extensions. They're obviously there. Grimrock Knight, is this like Gruul? Part of me wants to play Vantress Gargoyle here to stymie the offense. So I think I'm just going to do that. There is an argument for getting Soaring Thought Thief rolling faster, but if we draw like Thieves Guild Enforcer this turn or something, then we might be able to do that, Soaring Thought Thief, and get a little bit more mill for our buck. I wonder if these decks are going to start playing, I can't remember what the hell it's called. The Tattered Wings or whatever the artifact / destroy a flyer effect is. I'm going to take the trade if he wants to play something else. Sure. That's a win in my book. Because guess what? I got another one in the waiting in the wings. That being said, I think this turn I'm playing Brazen Borrower. So next turn I can double spell. I am definitely playing Brazen Borrower now. Or at least Petty Theft. That's a good draw. Not close to getting to attack, so we'll just play Soaring Thought Thief, Lofty Denial to get that Torbran. Okay. Kind of don't want to let him attack, but I don't have anything I can do about that at the moment. Please be a land. Oh, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Why did I not play Soaring Thought Thief? I'm stupid. I'm stupid, that's why I didn't do it. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes I'm real bad at this game. Let's see, if I play Brazen Borrower, it just like bites it to a removal spell here. But I might be able to like surprise him with the Soaring Thought Thief in combat to block Robbery of the Rich, so I don't really want to show him that I have it at the moment. Not to mention, I don't actually get to kill it by doing that, so... Can't block, so let's get in there and see what he does first. Shock. A shock pointed at Brazen Borrower is a lot better than a shock pointed at my face. And I'd much rather he get cards in his bin than, like, commit more things to the board. Cool, dude. Play the Torbrand. Come on. Alright, well, I'm not blocking that. Don't get anything relevant, please. Oh, well, yeah, you can't ever cast that. What is going on here? Why does he have priority? Did I pass it again? Am I, like, literally the stupidest Magic player on the planet? Oh, that's why he has priority. Well, I think it's too late, but I'm gonna sneak this in anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I just fucking can't even, like, pay attention to what the hell I'm even doing. Oh, God. Alright, well, now we just have to play Vantress Gargoyle. He's gonna play Torbrand, so there's that. We're not gonna get to block, unfortunately. Not with Vantress Gargoyle, anyway. But if we can get this goddamn Into the Story off... He's got, what, 3? Wow, he's a surgeon. So you can take 3. We're gonna take 6, 8 damage off of that stupid thing. Yeah, there's like some weird connection issue going on here, I can tell. I was gonna pump with Castle and Breath, that was fucking terrible. I shouldn't be allowed to operate an MTG Arena client. Alright, well there's that, I guess. Dude, I'm so bad. Holy shit. Why am I so bad at blocking? Thank fucking god I can actually, like, cash that in. Merfolk Wind Robber, so you can play that. So I need to play Soaring Thought Thief now. Play it now, Marshall. Don't be stupid. I like am priced into blocking this Phoenix of Ash. Could block Robber of the Rich, keep it around for one more turn. Go to 1. There's dead to like anything. This does use all of his mana. I mean, I don't think there's any realistic scenario where we can actually get out of this to begin with. So we might as well go with a thing that actually ends up with us having one piece of cardboard left on the table more than what we would otherwise. Maybe we can cobble something together. This is game 1, so I'm not like that worried about it. Because it's going to get a lot better for us post-board. We're at 1. Fuck. This is 7 mana. Let's see, is there anything better than letting that guy block? Or is not? All we can get back is a Torbrand, which doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just move on. We're not winning this game. Alright. All you shitty cards, get out of here. Give me all the good cards. We get to go up +6 removal spells, an extra card draw effect, and 3 X3 lifelinkers. Seems pretty good to me. We get to dump like crap like that Lofty Denial. I'm really surprised he didn't try going in for that Torbrand like the turn after we bounced it. Maybe he just like totally leveled us. Like saw through our ploy. That's right, it is up to us. Not with this hand. Nope. I will keep this. I'm going to toss this into the story. Because it's pretty unlikely that we're going to have time to do that like right out of the gate. We'll find one later. And here we're going to go Castle Pathway into Gargoyle. So mulliganing when you're on a Vantress Gargoyle draw is so brutal. Because like I'm going to be wanting to play like land and a thing next turn if we draw it. Which means we're not going to be able to block, which is super awkward. But we can at least like hold off and then play a 2-drop like EOT. So it's not the worst here. It is kind of awkward, though. Okay. Please attack. Not attack. Okay. Part of me just wants to Blood Chief's Thirst this Robber of the Rich. Make sure that we don't, like, have anything stupid happen to us. And he just like starts getting random cards off of it, like removal spells and shit. So I think I'm going to have to relegate this Vantress Gargoyle to not being much of a blocker for a while. unfortunately. I got one card in. I mean, he's not going to attack unless... I guess we could save it for a Torbran. Yeah, I think I just have to sit. That feels real bad, though. Could play Thieves Guild, double block Robber of the Rich, and have Drown in the Lockup. It's probably not going to work out great, but whatever. It's an Ember Cleave. Let's see what happens here. He's got something. He's ordering his blockers the other way. I'll take 2. Ooh, that's going to let us get in there with Gargoyle, and we can kill his Phoenix of Ash. But if we do that, then he's going to turn the graveyard off again, most likely. I think it's to exile 3 cards. We're going to just smack him for a good amount, though. Like, he's dead on the crackback if he attacks. So what's the best thing he does here? Like, plays just like a whole mess of creatures to the board? Probably. That's the best thing he can do. He's got to block 1, kill Gargoyle. If he equips, then he probably loses this game. Unless he has equip plus 2 shocks, something like that. Okay. He can't outright kill us here. He's either taken 7 or death. Seven or death, which would you have? By the skin of our teeth on the mold of 6. Yeah, seems about as good as it's going to get. I mean, there's an argument for bringing in a couple more Brazen Borrowers over, like, maybe into the story. I can see maybe going, like, 1 back. Because, like, even if we drew an into the story there, it was going to, like, mostly tap us out. Like, take an entire turn just to draw some cards. And I would have much rather had a way to, like, have another way to impact the board, I think. Washed up? Nah, man. I only do that so that I can, like, put that in the title and not sound like I'm gloating. What's going on, man? Long time no see. Get you a Pokai Magic jersey. What up, fool? Yeah, well, you still haven't, if that's the case, because this is Magic Arena, but semantics aside, that's fair. This hand is... ugh. I don't like this. I want this to be another anything else in the deck. We'll roll with it, see what happens. Whatever. Yeah, but this is basically what I play on Friday nights, so if you're ever curious to see more, you'll know when and where. Gotta get our edgelord owl over here going. Okay, not a great draw. I don't think playing Thieves Guild Enforcer here is, like, stunning or anything like that. Like, there's a conversation to be had about whether we should play Temple of Deceit right there, but, you know, whatever. This at least, like, lets us get onto the board and start doing things. If he plays, like, I don't know, what other haste guys are there that don't have first strike, I guess is kind of what I'm thinking of. Oh, he doesn't have anything else? Okay, well, now it's even better. Maybe he has, like, a shock. But him keeping a one-lander is good times for us. With this slow draw. So this is constructed, so yes, this is a deck that I've crafted ahead of time. That's not like we just open packs or whatever and build from that. They do have that on here. I don't typically like playing limited formats very much, so I tend to like playing these constructed formats more. Oh, that was all on my turn. Okay. Blocks. But this particular list I got from, as the title suggests, the current world champion. I think I can tango with this 1-1 for a while. If he plays like a robber of the rich, I'm not blocking anyway, so might as well get a point in. See what he does. Shock, yep. It's fine. Vantress Gargoyle is a thing, I guess. It'll help us start getting our Into the Stories going, and it'll block for a while. So I guess we'll keep it. We're not going to spend Bloodchief's Thirst to kill Fervent Champion. I'd rather let Vantress Gargoyle check that, and then we can Bloodchief's Thirst like a Torbran or something more impactful. Robber the Rich here. But he didn't have anything else. Okay. He's probably got another removal spell, would be my guess. But, you know, if he's got another removal spell, he's got another removal spell. Not a lot I can do about that at the moment. Not sure what our opponent is up to. I think our opponent's having some connectivity issues. Or he's just super slow rolling us. Okay. That's fine with me as well. It's getting close to having Enough cards in the bin for us to turn these into the stories on. God damn. Snooze, or a sneeze machine over here. Alright, so here we're going to play Thieves Guild and Chump. I don't care about getting this Zarasan into play right now. I guess we could take 3. That's fine. Maybe? No, we got these into the stories. I just want to buy time to get those going. So yeah, we'll block it. There we go, now we can tap out for this. This does open us up to, is that the kicker? Yeah. To getting, like, hit really hard by Rimrock Knight, Embercleave nonsense, but he needs a lot of mana for that to include Embercleave. So you'd have to have, like, a lot of things go right here. Like land, double Fervent Champion, Embercleave, or something like that. That'd be, like, the best turn he could muster here. That ain't it. I just need like one turn of reprieve. Fire off these into the stories. Which I guess can be next turn. So if he only sends, like if nothing changes, and he only sends with these creatures, the maximum he can do next turn is 5 damage, and then I can draw 4 and likely be able to stabilize from there. Or if he does something crazy, like if he plays another Torbrand or something, that I can flash in Zarasan, block, and kill one of these dorks, and take 3, and then next turn into the story. Nothing, huh? We could into the story to try and draw land, like untap land, and have 2 mana interaction up, but I think I'm going to hold fast to my game plan here. We'll play body if we need something to get in the way. You could also have, let's see, so what happens if he plays Embercleave here? You can, like, Embercleave Rimrock Knight. That would be what? 4, 5, 8 would be half our life total. Okay with that. Yeah, I'll take 3 all day. In fact, I'll take another 5. That's fine. Or another 6, rather. Nice. Alright, yeah, we can't lose this game now. Let's see, so we have Drown in the Lock, Heartless Act, Blood Chief's Thirst, Nighthawk Scavenger. So we've got 1, 2, 3 for Scavenger, then Blood Chief's Thirst and Heartless Act, or Drown in the Lockup. Yeah, I like the sound of that. At this point, I'd rather kill that. Get our 5/3 lifelinker rolling. That way he doesn't have like a mana sink. He's got to have something else going on for this to actually get through. We're going to make him have something else. He hasn't been playing a lot, so it's possible that he has another Scorching Dragonfire. Okay. We'll take 1 point. We've got Zerasan plus Heartless Act, or Vantress Gargoyle plus Heartless Act this turn. Or Heartless Act plus Into the Story. That might even be better. I don't think that's what I'm looking for right now. See, if I play Vantress Gargoyle... I could play Vantress Gargoyle and then play Into the Story if he, like, doesn't do anything. If he plays some way to try and punch through our Vantress Gargoyle, then I'll just kill this Fervent Champion. Or whatever else it may be. Alright, man, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by for a little bit. Annex, okay. Unlikely that he's going to attack here, if I had to guess. Okay. I actually don't mind if he attacks with Robber the Rich here. Okay, he's not going to. Excellent. That's a good one. Two, three, four. So we can bring back Nighthawk, Thieves Guild, Vantress. I think that's, like, better than doing almost anything else. None of this stuff has evasion of any kind, and we're going to have plenty of stuff to, like, block with. And I don't think going, like, Bloodchief's, or Heartless Act to kill Annex, Bloodchief's Thirst to kill Robber of the Rich, double Soaring Thought Thief is going to be as good as getting our Lifelinker into play. But maybe. Actually, it might be better because of the fact that then if we have to spend Agadeem's Awakening next turn, then we'll also get back a Soaring Thought Thief. False. You can have Embercleave here. We've already blocked, so okay, there is Embercleave. Okay. I'm actually alright with that. I'm just gonna let this happen. Because all these creatures are still technically attacking, so we can't bounce Embercleave and not let him recast it. That's alright. Yep. I'm actually going to do this because I'm going to tap out next turn. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We don't actually even need to tap all the way out. Can I see my graveyard, please? I need 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, we don't even have to tap all the way out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, so we get that guy, this guy, submit 3, auto pay. Alright, cool. Whew. That was a tough match. Made it into platinum tonight. Nice. Hell yeah. I think the turn prior, anything that we do there is probably good. Like if we tap out for that Agadeem's Awakening that turn, it probably leads to the same result. I figured I'd play it slightly safer. Free Merchant, we don't need that guy. Okay, so I think we're going to have time for one more. Unless it's a very quick one. Yeah, did it. Jilliran, nice to see you. What are you making for dinner? This is an odd hand. The mono creature's hand. See what happens, I guess. I am not impressed by this card, I'm not gonna lie. I think I would, like, almost universally prefer this to be almost anything else. Like, yeah, it's a cool thing that, like, lets us turn on Lofty Denial and all that shit, but I don't really care that much. And no, my friend, I will not be running my Merfolk Wind Robber into your Stone Coil Serpent. Alright, so this is another of the Gruul Adventures deck. Alright, we can't block that guy, but we do have a Heartless Act. Alright, you are going to be blue. Nothing else is happening this turn. So I think what I'm going to try and do is, if he goes for like another turn with the Brushfire Elemental, to go big, I was going to bounce it or whatever, but let's see if we do that. We still can't block it. I'm going to double block here, see what happens. Okay. I'll take 3, that's fine. Take 3, trade off Wind Robber for Edgewall. It's like way better in my opinion than this card could be in play. Okay, so we can... If we attack here with Wind Robber and Thieves Guild Enforcer, that's like pretty suspicious, so I'm just gonna sit. I guess we could try and get Zareth San out to get this Anguirius, but what happens if we do that? So he attacks, puts Embercleave down, but we're gonna have 2 4/4s into play. And we have Heartless Act to like interrupt that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Probably blocks there, huh? That's a mistake. Give us the 4/4. He has Embercleave, so if we block this, we lose Anguirius. Don't kill anything, take 3. We can just grab it back at the end of turn, or like next turn. That's actually fine. Otherwise, we take, what is that, 6? We take 9 down to 3. It's fine. We get to kill a Stone Coil Serpent, actually. I didn't think about that, so that works. Oh, you're going to be sad, because that ain't going to work. No blocking allowed. Give me your Anguirius back. I think I'm just going to play... Well, here. Won't be able to block, but we can threaten to, like, beat the shit out of him next turn. Like, we have actual lethal next turn if he can't stop this. Lock. Okay. That works. Alright, so standard strategy is going to apply. Crap cards out. Removal in. And Nighthawk Scavenger. And let's see, Brazen Borrower into the story of Brazen Borrower. I'm actually not convinced that I want to take out both Brazen Borrowers. I think I'll keep one into the story out. Because he's a Embercleave deck, I want to have, like, not maximum ways to interact with it, but I want to have enough ways to interact with it that we don't just get blown out by it. Plus, being able to keep the way clear for Zerasan seems decent to me. I'm not convinced that I like this card in the sideboard. I don't know that I agree with PV on that. But I'm not exactly sure, like, what would be better. Like, maybe just another Nighthawk Scavenger. Because it feels like there's so many games that I've played tonight against, like, beatdown decks where I just don't have time to cast this card. And, like, this guy's just biting it to removal left and right, which is understandable. It's like a card they have to kill. But I think I would prefer having one more Nighthawk Scavenger in the board over the 4th into the story, and probably drop a Cling to Dust for, like, or maybe I just do that drop. And, so it's either cut that and a Cling to Dust for another Nighthawk Scavenger and a negate, or cut Cling to Dust for another Nighthawk Scavenger, keep into the story, and only bring it in like super grindy matchups. Not exactly sure. I'd have to do some more tinkering around with it. Lunch sack. See, we have both of our colors and 4 cards that we can cast on 2 mana, plus Nighthawk Scavenger if we get there. I think this is an alright keep. It's not, like, fantastic, but we might get there with it. Okay. That means we probably need to say Brazen Borrower to bounce a token at some point. That guy is not going to block Nighthawk Scavenger very well. So I think I'm even just going to let him keep it. I don't want him to be able to regrow it as like a bigger guy. This needs to be a black source. I don't think we're worried about Brazen Borrower getting into play anytime soon. Those are good mills. I will take those. So, let's see. So we're going to try and set up for Thieves Guild to be a Death Toucher at some point. So we're going to Brazen Borrower, bounce the token, play Thieves Guild, take 2 damage, hopefully no more. And then we can worry about getting Nighthawk Scavenger into play. Okay. Bone Crusher Giant? Oh, nope. So he can double block with both of his reach creatures to get around Nighthawk Scavenger. I think it probably behooves us to actually sit back, play Thieves Guild Enforcer, Soaring Thought Thief, and try and get this into the story rolling. And we're probably going to have to go for another mill strategy, is going to be my guess. He's got, how many crads? He's got 4, so we're definitely going to get him up to range where we can start blocking this shit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, bring it on. I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to double block with Soaring Thought Thief. I don't really want to give up these Thieves Guild Enforcers, I don't think. Although, maybe I do. It's possible I don't even care, to be honest, about this Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, I should probably care. Yeah. Alright. Didn't draw land, so let's get Scavenger into play. And I am going to attack with 1 Thought Thief, I think. I want to. Yeah, whatever. You just like scoop the match. Oh, that was the match. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if people just like get impatient when we're like sitting there kind of contemplating our plays, and they decide, I don't want to wait anymore. Or, you know, whatever the deal is. So. Got a Theros Beyond Death pack, huh? Hello, my old friend. My nemesis. Alright, well, we got about 10 minutes or so left on the stream, so I'm going to withdraw from doing any other matches. Yeah, so let's talk about the deck for just a few minutes, and then I'll close it out here. So, like I said at the beginning of that match, this Merfolk Windrobber card, I am not feeling this at all. Like, what does this card even do? It turns on Lofty Denial, that you have 2 cards in your deck. It gives you, like, extra triggers for your Thieves Guild Enforcers, lets you sneak a Zerasan into play on occasion. But you've only got 2 of those too. So you basically have 8 cards in the deck that you're synergizing with. I mean, this doesn't really count in my opinion. Because being a 2/1 flyer for 1 or a 3/1 flyer for 1 is whatever. Especially in the face of Bone Crusher Giant just being fucking everywhere. I just don't like this card right now. I think we can do better. Not convinced this is right, but I'm also not convinced triple Cling to Dust is right. I think I am going to do that swap that we talked about. We'll keep Into the Story, but we're not always going to be bringing that in. Like, I didn't actually sideboard this in all night. I guess I brought it in against Munson and his Troll Spider deck, but short of that, it didn't feel like super necessary for the matchups we played against, but I understand why it's there. I'm trying to think if there's like anything that we can play that's like kind of a middle of the road card advantage card that isn't like Lofty Wing, or it's like a 3-mana draw 2 that costs less if you have a flyer in play. 2 cards, blue. Might not even be in standard anymore, actually. Well, whatever. It doesn't look like it is, but I don't know if I want to play like a card like this. Like Thirst for Meaning is not what this deck's looking for. If we had a better mix of creatures, this might be okay. Sorcery, 1 blue mana, draw 2. But what's in our deck right now? We've got... I guess we've got 8 humans. 8 non-humans. And, I mean, we're probably cutting this card if I'm being perfectly honest. So 10 non-humans. It's probably not enough. I don't think this is it. Like, I don't think the synergies are there. None of the games that we won involved this card. Or if they did, it was because we had such a wide board to begin with. I guess there might have been like one game where we got to sneak a Zarastan into play because we had this card specifically. But, I mean, any other... Oops. Rogues, not raw. Any other cheap flyer that's a rogue would have done the same. Like, I don't know about this card. This card's not like that great, but it at least like has evasion. It has a way to draw extra cards. This is way better against a control deck, that's for damn sure, of which we didn't play any tonight, but that's sort of beside the point. We're already playing the best rogue, X4, especially when considering what we're trying to do. I wouldn't be opposed to trying out some of this guy. This just like did not feel like a card, like ever. It just wasn't good. Vantress Gargoyle was hit or miss. Sometimes it was really good, sometimes it was just whatever. I think I would keep it in this particular draft of the deck, but does not strike me as like mind-blowing. This doesn't have flying, which is unfortunate. But it gives us a thing to do if we start drawing like too many lands or whatever. It gives us a way to start... Because like basically, even if the board's clogged, we draw a land, we can attack, and then the next turn we can pay 2 mana, untap it, like draw a card. We could start generating cards that way. One thing I'm going to do, actually, is cut the Zagoth Triome, and we're going to go up Swamp. I like having some dual lands in the deck, but that one turn where in that game where we needed like the 8th untapped land and we had a stupid Triome in our hand felt really bad. So we're getting that out of there. We also get to maintain our swamp count for Castle. Castle was definitely very good in a couple of the games that we played. I think we would not have won that first game where we got Castle rolling. We definitely wouldn't have won if we didn't have it. But I don't think we can afford to play more. Like, the mana just doesn't work for it. If we weren't playing like Brazen Borrower, we could cut down on like another island and go up like maybe another castle, but we just need the blue like too often. This does, if we were to make that swap, that would increase our land or our average converted mana cost a tad, but not too much. This is not a card. This is not a card. Because we don't have enough ways to trigger it, and even if we did, it's still not good. This guy. That's not a card. Are there any rogues that we don't have? I was talking about this card last week when we were playing Adventures, and we played against this deck. It doesn't reduce enough costs, in my opinion, to be worthwhile. Like, look at our creatures. And, I mean, we're not playing spells that have flash. The only creatures that have flash cost 1 black, blue black, or 1 blue blue. So this doesn't actually reduce that many costs. It reduced 4 cards in the deck. Great. I guess it reduces Zerasan if we decide we want to hard cast it. But it doesn't reduce the ability, and that's like 99% of the time how we're actually playing this card. So this is off the table. We could go to like Rankle, like a little bit more of a beefier rogues deck. I'm not opposed to that. What's this? Expensive? Yeah. This is just like the Party Enabler limited card. So this is what we got. These are the rogues we have to work with. Not a lot. Not great. And I started the top of this stream by saying that we don't have to be focusing on rogues. Like, obviously, Vantress Gargoyle isn't a rogue. So maybe it's like we shouldn't be looking that close into it. We should, like, open up our scope of what we're considering here. Acquisitions Expert is not exactly what this deck's looking to do. We don't ever get a party above 1, so it's just like glorified Burglar Rat, which is not very good in this deck, at least. What the hell? Oh, okay. Pay 3 life on top of it. This is really the only card I'm considering swapping out the Wind Robber for, but I will have to test that on my own time. I'm not going to make that change quite yet. I could also see Rankle. If we went to Rankle, I'd probably do Trips Rankle, go up 1 more land. Like, probably... You know what, I might even just switch these to Fabled Passages, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, you know what, I'm doing that. So if I went up to another land, I would probably make it another Fabled Passage and do the Rankle thing. But we'll see. If I decide to play around with this deck some more, I'll do so on my own time, and we can do it on stream later on. Otherwise, sideboard felt pretty good, except for the 1 swap that we made. We didn't play against a lot of stuff where Mystical Dispute would be very good, but I think that's mostly for the Omnath decks as well as control decks, and we played against 1 Omnath deck. We played the Omnath Adventures deck in round 1, and other than that, we never saw it again. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it off at that. So, that's where we ended up today. Had fun, if nothing else. I, again, don't think this is by far the best deck in the format. I think you should be playing Omnath, unless you just absolutely cannot stand playing that card. But anyway, I'm going to upload this onto my YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out later on, youtube.com/canman87 will get you in the door. If you're not following me here and you liked what you saw, would appreciate a follow and the support. You can also follow me on Twitter @canman87gaming. It's where I announce when I'm going to be going live, what I'll be playing, all that sort of stuff. And it's the best way to know when I'll be streaming outside of following me here. I will be back on Sunday. We will not be playing Arena. We'll be playing something else. If I were a betting man, Rainbow Six Siege will probably be among that. I did unlock Zero at the end of Wednesday's stream, and I've played a few rounds on my own time with him to try and get a feel for him. So that'll probably be on the docket, but we'll have something else going on as well. So hope to see you then. But if not, have a good weekend, and hopefully we'll just catch you around next time. See you guys.